Three Little Pigs, a business case for problem solving. Adapted from the traditional tale by Gillman. Once upon a time, there was an old sow. She had three little pigs, but not enough food to feed them. When they were old enough, she sent them out into the world to fill their bellies. Before they left, she sat them down and told them two things. First, they would each need to build a house. Second, there were wolves in the woods. She had seen one herself. The first little pig did not want to spend too much time thinking or working. He was no longer a piglet and would make the right choice. He would make his house out of straw. Some of the woodland creatures passed by, offering suggestions, ideas, and concerns about a straw house. He did not have time to chase every imagined problem. He thought, it is better to solve the problem at hand than to invent new ones. He built his house out of straw before lunchtime, faster than he expected. He scoffed at the suggestions and ideas of others. With much self-congratulations, he spent the afternoon napping. No wolf had ever bothered him while he lived at home. Why should his new home be any different? The very next morning, a wolf passed by and saw the house made of straw. The wolf could smell the pig inside, and its mouth began to water. Little pig, let me in. No, 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 not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So the wolf huffed and the wolf puffed and the wolf blew the house down. Then the wolf opened its jaws wide and ate the first little pig for breakfast. The second little pig feared making a bad decision, or any decision at all, so he called a meeting of the forest critters. Some were invited and others were bored or curious with nothing better to do. Showing up late was a very large blue jay, who took a front row seat and immediately had opinions. The blue jay said that in his experience, a house made of twigs and sticks was more than enough protection from any danger he had experienced. The blue jay said this quite loudly and often. The second little pig wrote down every suggestion. He thanked everyone for their feedback. It was a fine meeting. Everyone agreed. Now he didn't have to make the decision himself. He would listen to the jay and make his house of twigs right away. Later that day, the wolf found the house made of twigs. The wolf could smell the pig inside, and its mouth began to water. Little pig, let me in. No, 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 not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So the wolf huffed and the wolf puffed, and the wolf blew the house down. Then the wolf opened its jaws wide and ate the second little pig for lunch. The blue jay watched this all from the protection of his nest, high up in a tree. The blue jay asked, what was that creature wolfing down the little pig below? The blue jay answered, I have no idea, but I have never seen one near our nest. The third little pig preferred to have a plan before action. What did he need to know? What should he build? What dangers did he need to prepare for? Knowing the questions, he went to find the right answer to each. He tried to visit his mother, the source of the wolf warning. But she was not there. That was unusual. Where could she be? He visited the woodland rangers. They were experts of all things in the woods. They told the little pig that there were no wolves in these woods. The sparrow told the little pig that something blew down 2 houses and eaten 2 pigs that looked a great deal like him. The third pig had to think about what he had heard. There was a conflict of information. However, the risk of a wolf was too dangerous to ignore, and the absence of evidence was not the evidence of absence. Now that he had answers to his questions, he could finish his plan. He built with sturdy bricks and added a deep fireplace with a chimney. His house had strong locks and strong doors. Later that day, the wolf found the house made of bricks. The wolf could smell the pig inside, and its mouth began to water. Little pig, let me in. No, 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 not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. The wolf huffed and puffed. The wolf puffed and huffed. But no matter what the wolf did, the house would not blow down. The wolf danced around in rage. The wolf howled, "You are supposed to be my dinner." The doors and windows were locked and would not budge. The walls could not be blown down. Then the wolf saw the chimney and adjusted its plan. The wolf was working from incomplete information and did not know the third pig already thought about the chimney. The third pig heard the scratching on the roof and began to boil a large pot of water. Just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig pulled off the pot lid and plop! The wolf fell into the pot of boiling water. After some time passed, the little pig checked on his solution. The wolf pelt peeled away. He recognized the would-be wolf. She was the one who had sent him out into the world without enough food, towards a wolf she had always been. "Oh, mother, what thick fur you have!" The sow planned this from the beginning. The original problem was her hunger. The final solution was her children. 2 had been delivered as planned. The third went according to his own plan and not hers. He set the table for 1. It would be a shame to let a stew go to waste. He will huff, he will puff, he will make better decisions. Icons from the Microsoft PowerPoint icon library, all animation generated using Microsoft PowerPoint. Adapted from The 3 Little Pigs, a traditional English folk tale first published by Joseph Jacobs' English Fairy Tales, 1890. This story and many like it are part of my upcoming book on practical process improvement.